price of the big chains, only $50 per hour. Go to I'llFixYou.com.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
And now, live from the KFNX studios in beautiful downtown Phoenix, it's Pain Management Arizona with Bob Miller.
Good morning. I am Bob Miller. I am a licensed massage therapist, neuromuscular trigger point specialist, and pain management specialist, and owner of New Serenity Massage and Pain Management Arizona in Peoria and Phoenix. I'm here with you live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. right here on 1100 a.m. KFNX. I'm also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Pain Management Arizona. So just type in Pain Management Arizona in YouTube or Facebook. You'll find my page or my channel, and you can watch radio. Does that sound exciting? Or if you hear something that kind of triggers your interest, you can tell a friend that you can look up either one of those pages on Facebook or YouTube, Pain Management Arizona, and they could listen to the show themselves to see if they are interested in getting their pain to go away, because pretty much everybody out there that's listening to me right now either has or knows someone that has some sort of chronic pain issue or headaches or migraines, and they probably have not had much luck getting rid of it. The medical world is really good at shoving pills down people's throats that a lot of times do a lot more harm than good. We are having our opioid crisis in this country. Which it really is a crisis. I mean, it's just, people don't really see the scope of what it's about, but 80% of all the opioid painkillers that are manufactured in the entire world are eaten by Americans. That's 80% worldwide of the entire supply eaten up by America. And America only makes up 5% of the world's population. But we're eating up almost all of these powerful painkillers. In most other countries, they only give them to people in the hospital that are at end of life or major trauma for pain. And here they're giving them out like candy. There was over 300 million prescriptions for opioids in 1 year. There's only 329 million people in this country, and that's including babies and elderly people and everybody. And I know I didn't get any bottles of these pills. So there's a lot of pills going out and a lot of people dying from them. It's actually been upgraded from cause of death. It's actually more likely you will die of a opioid overdose than in a car crash now. And that's just really scary. And one of the big problems with painkillers is pain is your body's way of telling you to stop what you're doing. You're injuring yourself. And if you're on painkillers and you can't feel the pain anymore, you're going to be tearing muscle, tearing tendon, and doing all sorts of more damage to yourself than what you originally started taking the pills for. But like I said, I do have two offices. I have one in Phoenix and one in Peoria. What I do is medical massage, therapeutic massage. It's not the fluffy massage, flower behind the ear, hot stones, aromatherapy type of massages that they do at all the big chains. I call them the fast food chain of massage. What I do is very specific to what your needs are. If you come in and tell me you get migraines, I'm going to get your migraines to go away, or headaches. If you have shoulder pain, back pain, sciatic pain, I will be working that area primarily to relieve those pains, because most all these types of pains are caused by tension in the muscle, and tension in the muscle is caused by knots in the muscle. When the fibers get stuck in the tight position and blood gets trapped in there and they can't release again, they need a little bit of help to release, because those little clusters of knots are up against the nerve that's going up into your head, causing your headache, going down your leg or into your hip, causing your sciatic pain, or around the shoulder blade or in the side of the neck can cause shoulder issues. Most of the time when somebody says they have pain in their shoulder, I don't even have to actually touch their shoulder. I can relieve it by getting the knots out of the side of the neck or around the shoulder blade, because that's where the pain's originating from. And doctors just really don't understand that. Just like carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel syndrome is misdiagnosed. They have estimated approximately 80% of the time it's misdiagnosed. It's actually thoracic outlet syndrome, which is caused by knots in the muscles in the side of your neck that are pinching the nerve, pinching the blood vessels because it's pulling on some bones too closely together and pinching off where the nerve, the artery, and the vein run down your arm. Gives you the same exact symptoms as carpal tunnel syndrome, but you don't need surgery for it. You need someone like me that can release the knots. And I do only currently charge $60 an hour at either location in Phoenix or Peoria, which is about half of what the big chains are charging just for a regular massage. The Peoria location is at Sonoran Life Solutions on about 94th Drive and Thunderbird. It's just off the 101 freeway, nice easy drive. I'm there about 5 days a week, and 1 day a week on Sundays. Yes, today I'm at Urban Wellness. Urban Wellness is a fantastic place. I got hooked up with about 2 years ago. I have a massage room there I use on Sundays. Urban Wellness is a center for integrative health. So they have a lot of different natural modalities. So in case you don't want to be taking pills or getting surgeries, you can check them out. They're on about 7th Street and between Thomas and McDowell, and they're currently offering yoga as well. They have sunrise yoga every Monday and Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. And this is a community class and free to all. They do appreciate donations, but if you've ever wanted to try out yoga, don't want to make a commitment or anything, or don't want to spend any money, or if you're short on cash for the holidays, you can just show up at 6 a.m. there at Monday or Wednesday at Urban Wellness and take the class for free. See if you want to get into a yoga regimen, because yoga, I believe in yoga because yoga is very good for the body. That's stretching and really keeping muscles limber so they don't get knotted up. They also have yin yoga, which is a gentle, relaxing practice. Time is spent deepening the breath and body, slowly allowing for release. Join Amanda every Monday night at 6:15 p.m. for 75 minutes of breath and body connection. And that class is only a $10 drop-in. For more information, you can go to their website. That's urbanwellnessphx.com. Again, that's urbanwellnessphx.com. Or you can find Urban Wellness on Facebook or Instagram for all the special events they have going on there. And also their information is on my website. You can get my website is same as the name of the show and the business, painmanagementarizona.com. Arizona is spelled all the way out, painmanagementarizona.com, or you can call me directly at 541 END PAIN, ENDPAIN, 541 END PAIN. I know it's a different area code, but we don't pay long distance charges anymore on our cell phones, and it was the only number I could get that spelled end pain. So 541 end pain gets you directly to me. I can get you booked at one of my locations, or you can go on the website, Pain Management Arizona, click on the button that says book in Phoenix or Peoria locations, and you can book it yourself. It pulls up a calendar, pick the day you want, the time you want, and how long of a session you want. And we can get these problems worked out of you. Because a knot in the muscle, everybody knows that muscles are made up of fibers. It's like when you tear apart a piece of chicken, it comes apart in little strings. Those are muscle fibers. That's how tiny one muscle fiber is. And when a muscle is held in the tight position long periods of time, tightened suddenly, over tightened, or impacted, some of those fibers can get stuck in the tight position, and it stops blood flow because blood can't flow through a tight muscle. It has to wait for the muscle to relax for blood to flow again. So now you got these little stuck fibers with the blood trapped in them that doesn't have any oxygen anymore or nutrients. It still has acetylcholine in there, which is the chemical that the body releases into the blood to tell a muscle to stay flexed. But there's no way to get that washed out. So now those little fibers are stuck. The healthy fibers around the ones that are stuck, they start getting stuck too because they can't move because they're connected to the ones that are stuck. And so they get stuck. So you end up with this cluster of knots. One knot is smaller than the head of a pin. But when you start getting a cluster, it's going to get to the size of a grain of rice or a pea or a grape. And then you got problems because the nerves run through the muscles, the blood vessels run through the muscles. So that's going to cut off blood flow. It's going to cut off nerve signal. So you're going to get, burning, tingling, itching, numbness, or pain, on the other end of that nerve. So where you feel the pain normally is not where the knots are. It's somewhere farther down the nerve. And I know the anatomy of the body. I know where your nerves are running through which muscles. So if you come in and tell me you have a headache, I'm going to ask you, where in your head is the headache? Is it behind the eye, top of the head, back of the head, base of the skull, across the forehead? Because that tells me which muscles I need to check out. And it's a very gentle process. I don't grind elbows into anybody like they do at some of those massage places. It's very gentle. I feel along the fibers of the muscle. I find exactly where these knots are, put gentle pressure on, and convince it to release. And once it releases, the pressure's off the nerve and the pain goes away. Even pain you've had for decades. I had a lady come in about last year, actually. She had had a headache every single day for 18 years. 18 years, every day had a headache. And obviously in those 18 years, she had seen every kind of doctor, neurologist, specialist, everything. And still every day she had a headache. I worked on her for 1 hour session, and I got done. I stepped out, let her get dressed. She opened up the door and her eyes were real big, staring back at me. And I looked at her and I said, kind of nice not to have a headache, isn't it? And she said, this is so weird. I forgot what it felt like for my head not to hurt, because it was the first time in 18 years she was without a headache. And now we're almost a year later since I saw her, and her headaches have not come back. I have people that have had migraines. Now, the migraine medications really disappoint me, because I have so many clients that come to me for migraines, and I get rid of them. 98% of the time I can get rid of migraines. And I looked up the stats on these migraine medications they advertise on TV, showing people playing happily with their kids because they don't have a migraine. And if you look at the actual numbers, it's only effective in about 10% of the people. And it's $700 per injection per month. And if it does work on you, you're going to get a 50% reduction in your migraines. So you're still going to be getting half as many migraines if you're one of the 1 out of 10 people that it actually works on. What I do works on just about everybody, unless you have something majorly wrong, like with the discs in your neck or the vertebrae in your neck. It's going to get rid of your headaches, get rid of your migraines. Back pain's the same thing. Unless you got a herniated or bulging disc, you've had an MRI that confirms that, I can normally get the back pain to go away, the hip pain, the upper back pain, numbness in the lower limbs. Peripheral neuropathy is what they call it, when you lose feeling below your knee or in your foot and toes. I have had like a dozen people so far. I have completely restored feeling in their feet because they had numbness in their feet. I can't do it for everyone, but I've had a whole lot of people that have got feeling back in their foot, especially people that have gone through chemotherapy. Because the chemotherapy drugs and all that are very much full of side effects. And that's one of the side effects is that peripheral neuropathy. And I've restored feeling in several people. And again, right now I'm only charging $60 an hour at the 2 locations. I will be the one working on you. I'm the only one that I developed this technique. I'm the only one that I've ever met that does anything even close to what I do. I am in the process of opening up a new clinic on 16th Street soon, I hope. And then I'm going to train all my employees on how to do my technique. I'm going to let them know, hey, this is how it's going to work. We're not doing full body relaxation massages anymore. There will not be aromatherapy. There will not be hot stones, because those are not conducive to getting rid of the major pain issues. I mean, if you want a relaxation massage, we could do that for you. But most everybody that comes through my doors has a pain issue they would rather not have. And like I said, I have a 98% success rate with migraines. 97% is what I'm factoring as far as other things like shoulder pain, hip pain, regular headaches, tingling in the fingers, and all those kind of things. It's very effective, and it is a permanent fix. When we get those knots to release, there is no more aggravation on the nerve. Yes, you can, if you still do the same type of behaviors, you can get new knots in the muscle again over time and maybe come up with the same type of symptoms again. But we can fix you again. But I also help educate people find out what they're doing. There's just little things we do all the time. Like cell phones are going to keep me in business the rest of my life because everybody's staring down at their cell phone. I don't tell people not to use your cell phone. I just say hold it around shoulder level so you're not bending your neck down to look at it for so long. If you hold it around shoulder level, you're looking down at it with your eyes, not your neck. If you work on a computer, make sure the screen you use the most is straight in front of you so you're not sitting with your head slightly turned looking at the screen for long periods of time. I had one lady, she liked to read, so her head was in the down position too much. And the other thing that she had a problem with is where she sat in her recliner, the lamp was on her left. So she would lean to the left to get better light on her book. And so that was throwing everything off because she would spend hours reading and holding the muscles in an off position. And, and then the muscles get knots, the muscle gets tight, the knots are in the muscle, they're pressing on the nerve. Here you go, headache, shoulder pain, back pain. It's really amazing how much stuff you can get fixed by just releasing the knots out of the muscle. And again, I want to let you know that there are 2 locations you can currently get me at. Most of the time I am at the Peoria location at Sonoran Life Solutions Counseling Offices. Another fabulous place. I only do business with people that are really good business people. And they do have a counseling officer with individual, group, or family counseling. Most insurance is accepted and the most affordable self-pay in the Valley. And they are at SonoranLifeSolutions.com. Again, that's SonoranLifeSolutions.com. And their information also is on my website on the sponsors and trusted businesses page of PainManagementArizona.com. Again, PainManagementArizona.com. Arizona is spelled all the way out, or you can call and leave me a message if you call right now because I'm on the radio. I'm not answering my phone. But that's 541-ENDPAIN. That's 541-END-PAIN because that's what I do. And the Phoenix location is at Urban Wellness Center for Integrative Health. They are on 7th Street between Thomas and McDowell. So it's not downtown where all the big buildings are and the one-way streets. It's a nice, easy place right off the 10 freeway. And they also provide naturopathic medicine, midwifery, women's health, weight loss, life coaching, sound healing, Reiki, massage therapy. They have a regular massage therapist there, as well as medical massage that I do, cranial sacral therapy, acupuncture, cupping, Chinese medicine. A lot of great practitioners there that are getting help for people in more natural ways. And a lot of people are definitely turning to more natural ways. And again, I want to remind everybody, they do have a sunrise yoga class every Monday and Wednesday at 6 a.m. It's a great way to start your day, get loosened up. And this class is a community class. It's free to all. There's no charge, but they do appreciate donations. And you can also join Amanda for yin yoga every Monday night at 6:15 p.m. for 75 minutes of breath and body connection. And that one's only a $10 drop-in. Again, their website is urbanwellnessphx.com. Again, that's urbanwellnessphx.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram for some of the special events they have going on there. And that's where I'm heading to in just a little bit. As soon as I finish my radio show, I head over there. I've got several appointments booked up over there. But if you wanted to get in today and get some of your pain issues to go away, I had too much fun with the kids or the grandkids picking them up over the holidays and might have strained your back a little bit, you can come on in. We can get that taken care of, because the same with the back pain. It's normally going to be knots in the muscle, normally in the hip area, that's causing the low center of your back to hurt. It kind of goes right across that band, upper glute, low back area. And it's very gentle. As I said, it's I talk to people about their pain level while we're working on you. It's not the quiet dark room massage like people are used to. We're talking the whole time about everything under the sun, including your pain level. When I find a spot, I'll confirm with you. You can feel that that's not there, and you'll say, yep, I can feel that. And then I'll say, I'm going to push a little harder. Let me know if I'm only at a 5 out of 10 on a pain scale. That's my benchmark. I don't like going past a 5 out of 10 because Won't make it go away any faster by pushing hard on it or grinding an elbow into something. That just hurts worse, because what I'm doing is not trying to squeeze that trapped blood out of that knot. I'm just putting enough pressure to convince the body that, hey, this is too much pressure. We need to try to release this again. And now we have some assistance. So we're able to release it. It releases out naturally back into your bloodstream. No bruising, no problem, no pain afterwards. I did have a gentleman came back to me for a second appointment, and he said one of the things that amazed him most is how much deep tissue work I was doing on him. And he expected to be really sore the next day. And he woke up the next morning and he had no discomfort at all. And he thought that was just the strangest thing. He was sure he was going to be sore, but he wasn't. And, and I, had a few of the other people I've seen, just some amazing stuff. I had a lady that had migraines for 35 years. I cleared up her migraine. I had a lady with chest pains and headaches for the last 17 years from when she was young. She was in a car accident and her head went through the windshield. And she had headaches for 17 years, and problem was in her neck. And she said all the doctors have been focusing on was her head, because that's where the impact was. But, guess what, guys? If you have, trauma to your head, you've also just got trauma to your neck. And the neck is one of the big central points of a lot of the nerves, is on the sides of your neck. And I had a 71-year-old lady that came to see me that could not bend for 2 years. She could not bend her knee. Her knee was stuck in the straight position. And I worked on her 1 hour, and I got her flexibility back in her leg again, where she could bend her knee normally again. I mean, I can't, guarantee the work with everybody, but like I say, between 97 and 98% of the people that come in with me with a pain issue get relief or complete elimination of the pain issues. And it's really fantastic. And I do it at a very affordable price. It's only $60 per hour. I do have the 2 locations just off the 101 freeway on Thunderbird and 94th Drive at Sonoran Life Solutions, or on 7th Street between Thomas and McDowell at Urban Wellness. All the information is as well on the website. If you go to painmanagementarizona.com, you can see the addresses and a map and a lot better description of exactly what I do. And that can even link you to the main site that even has a video that explains what I do as well. But I've been explaining what I do on the radio here for over a year as well. And I've had a lot of very happy people that have come to me. And basically, 50% of my business is a referral, because so many people come to me that hear me on the radio or see my advertising. And as soon as they come to me and I fix them up, they want to tell their friends, their family, their coworkers, hey, you got to go check out Bob. One lady actually gave a card to a complete stranger in a parking lot because she saw him struggling to get out of his car because his back pain was so bad. And he came into the office and said, yeah, some lady just came up to me and said, it looks like you got some pain. Here's a card. Go see this guy. He can fix you. And he came in and I got his back pain to go away. But again, 5 days a week, I am at the Sonoran Life Solutions. That's out in Peoria. And you can book me on only Sundays in Phoenix at Urban Wellness. Again, the website is painmanagementarizona.com. Arizona is spelled all the way out, painmanagementarizona.com. The phone number is 541-END-PAIN, 541-END-PAIN. And also, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. Just type in, again, Pain Management Arizona into either Facebook or YouTube, and you'll find the live streaming videos of all my previous shows. So you can let a friend know, hey, take a listen to this guy, see if it sounds like it makes sense to you, because it really does. I have had so many amazing successes. I feel good about myself with what I do. I'm not gouging people on the price. I only charge $60 an hour currently, half the price of the big chains, and I have much better results. So last time, painmanagementarizona.com or call 541-END-PAIN. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers. Visit us on